Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for listening to the Dumb Dad Podcast. My name is Kevin. I'm a dumb dad.
My name is Evan, and I am also a dumb dad. And on today's episode, Kevin explains his dumb dad, which is he's basically been instructed to, just like Toucan Sam, follow your nose.
And on this podcast, Evan reminds us that the best way to show somebody you love them is to cook for them. And Evan really spreads the love.
Oh, wow.
Cheers.
Cheers, buddy. Cheers.
How are you?
Hot and sweaty, good as can be.
Gosh. Oh my gosh, guys, we can watch this on you. You can watch this on YouTube, full episodes. Just saying.
Yeah, if you want to see dark spots on our T-shirts, throw it up in the old YouTubes. Listen to it in your headphones while you watch these two aging gentlemen slowly melt into. Help me, Kevin.
You need to work on your pitch.
I was drowning
In your own sweat.
I miss him in the pool because it's hot in summer. Just got back from camping with the family.
Post 4th of July camping. Let me see the digits.
Yeah. We were.
Let me see the digits.
Oh, yeah. I got all 10. Actually, what was nice, I didn't even hear any fireworks. We didn't hear any. Like up where we were. People didn't bring them, nothing. We were up into the.
Oh, really? In the woods of California. Nobody brought them.
Kevin, don't you think you'd expect it for people to be those people?
At least a gender reveal.
Yeah, so that was kind of nice and not scary to be thinking that we were going to be in real trouble any second. So yeah, nice. We left on like I think we left on the 4th. Yeah, we left like the mid-afternoon of the 4th and came back Friday. Came back on Sunday. 2 nights is always good. I was convincing myself this time that I could probably do another night.
You'd want to do another night. What do you mean you could do another night?
I'm not sure. Definitely could have done another night. Because sometimes it's like on many vacations or whatever. Oh man, we got to leave today. I wish we had one more day. Thinking like, could it be smart to do that? I'm going to try to make a 3-night camping trip.
Well, the reason I asked is because I literally was just talking to my parents about this. Because when we were kids growing up, we would go for like 5 days camping.
Yeah.
And that makes more sense to me in my brain because, you do a quick weekend somewhere and you stay at a hotel, that's different. That's fine. You go there, you have one full day and you check out and that's it. But like setting up a tent, breaking down a tent, sweeping out a tent, all of those things are labor intensive that you kind of want what you've worked for to pay off.
There is nothing. It takes so much longer to break down your camping. So much longer. And I think first of all, your sleeping bags, it's one thing to like, you got to figure out a different way. The tent that you can throw open the tent and then you kind of do the twicky fold. Not big ones, but there's that kind of like.
Yeah, I don't have that one.
I don't have that one either. My tent is very easy to set up. I'll say that. I do it by myself every time, and it does not take me a half an hour. It probably takes me like 20 minutes. It's very easy to set up.
Whoa, 20, not a half hour.
It sleeps like 8, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Maybe 15. I'm like hesitating to say 15
15 was
it's like,
better.
No way. I know I could do it in 15.
Like, I'm not doing a 30 like a loser.
If the kids don't come over and continuously bother me.
26 and a half minutes, I timed it.
I could do it in 15 minutes. But all that to say, like, that is easy. But like, you like take the sleeping bag out of the bag and throw it, and it's like that's ready to go. You just adjust where it goes. But it takes so long to sit on the floor of the tent and like meticulously roll the sleeping bag after sleeping bag after sleeping bag and put it back in the thing. It's like, God, this sucks. I know. And then by that point, you got food and toys and stuff all over your campsite. Okay, everyone collect the stuff you're using. It just and then you don't want to leave.
Yeah.
So I totally hear you. It's like, yeah, I want to enjoy what we've worked for because camping is work. It's definitely work. I will say this: camp however you want to. We camp in a tent. We have cots, like cots in a bag. They're 6 inches off the ground. This little thing. It's kind of quick to put together. But we cook everything basically over the fire.
Yeah.
Just to give an idea of like the amount of work we put in. If you want to glamp or whatever, that's totally fine. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like in terms of then that starts to spread around. You've got to manage your garbage the whole time. It's like you're working the whole time, and telling the kids to stay where you can see them, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And this time, we'll say we got up there in the our ranger Jerry, who kept coming around in his golf cart. This is my favorite thing about these type of guys. This older dude. Seasoned dude, you know what I mean? Got his camp shirt on with his short little cotton shorts, and he's like, "You guys, by the way, let your kids know this is we've had a few rattlesnakes around here recently." And you're like, oh, "Great, that's not okay." But he's like, just tell them if you see one, back away, give me a call, I'll come get it. And so we're like, okay, that's cool, thank you. So we give the speech, okay, don't wander off way up into those bushes. We're staying around the campsite.
Yeah,
you'll hear it before you see it for sure. And if that happens, just back away. And of course, we're all like, we're trying to be like, trying to exercise as much caution into them as we can, even though it's like, God, that freaks me out.
Yeah,
to think like we could be camping and then being airlifted out of here. That would suck. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so next day he comes back and I was like, "Hey, Jerry, you said that that we've been looking out for rattlesnakes, but I had a question for you. If we do see one, what's the best way to cook it?" And there was like this pause because he was like, I think he didn't know I was joking because he was like about to answer the question. He's like, "You mean how to cook one?" And I was like, "Oh yeah," I was kind of kidding.
Wrong guy.
Kidding.
Wrong guy, buddy.
Yeah. And
you think he hasn't tried snake?
I mean, I've had rattlesnake before, but only in the form of a hot dog at that place down in LA, Worst Kush. You ever been there before? You've been there before. They make like all kinds of wild hot dogs. One of them was a rattlesnake dog, and I had that one time. It's pretty good. But I was like kind of thinking like, but how funny would it be if we actually did find one and he like came and got it and cut the head off and we're like, all right, let's eat this thing. Like how crazy that would be.
Jared, go for it.
And then he was like, "Well, I'll tell you." And because now we're getting into the conversation where I'm like, I was kind of joking, but like, I don't know. I guess I would try it if it happened. And he was like, "Well, if any of these I'll tell you what, any of the campsites report a rattler, I'll bring it out to you." I'm thinking like, God, now this is hilarious. Now the rest of the time he's pulling up in a golf cart, I'm thinking like, please have one. Please have one. But he never did. But this also is the same dude.
I feel like that's probably some work.
He's wearing like Teva sandals.
What are those?
Basically like thong sandals.
Oh, sure.
What's wrong with that? Nothing's wrong with it. But the dude who's like, "If you get a rattlesnake, call me. I'll come get it for you." Like this guy's not stressed about any of this.
No.
Which is what's so funny.
No, he's doing great.
He's doing fantastic. He's got his like 17-year-old golden retriever and the golf cart right next to him, and he's just kind of God, he's just hilarious. And he's like, "If you need firewood, come by down to the, down to the end of the line there. Yeah. I'm in my little motorhome." We're like, "Well, how late?" And he's like, "It doesn't matter."
Yeah. You're on his turf, man.
I know.
You're the tourist. That's what you are.
He was great.
That's why he's like, rattlesnakes. He's like, the poor guy.
He was fantastic.
There's no rattlesnakes around here.
Yeah. He's like, "There's rattlers, but yeah. You let me know. I'll come get it. I'll put my coffee down. Come get the thing."
There's probably no rattlesnakes in that area because they're too scared of people. But he's just like, you know what? If I tell everybody there's rattlesnakes, they don't get too drunk and wander off into the woods, I don't lose anybody. This is great.
You never know. I don't know. It certainly seemed like we were up in the area where there would be rattlesnakes. I mean, there's hills all over and it's dry as a bone up there. So
yeah.
It's like, yeah, I could definitely see how there's probably rattlesnakes around here if you walk into the wrong area.
No bears, though?
No bears. Boy, I'll tell you this, though, really quick before we get to something else. It was so funny. This is how smart. You've heard how smart crows are, yeah?
Well, I don't usually talk to people about it.
It's pretty traditionally known that crows are pretty smart.
Okay.
We're leaving Sunday. We have to check out as noon. About 10:30 in the morning, between 10:30 and 11 in the morning, there's these two trees that are adjacent to our campsite. They're probably like, I don't know, 50 yards from our campsite, 25 and 50 yards. Like they're they're right there.
Yeah.
Right. About between 10:30 and 11, there's like 25 crows in each tree, just hanging out because they know. They know in about an hour or so, these people down there that have been dropping food and garbage and all this stuff for the last 2 days, they're going to leave.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a free-for-all.
They're going to go for it.
We started putting, tents away. I'm breaking down the tent. My wife's like breaking down the little camp kitchen thing, bringing it over to the car. But like, we only had like 6 or 7 items left before they started floating down and walking over. Like, it wasn't even like 5 seconds when we kind of finally walked away that it was just like the crows took over the whole campsite.
The murder.
It was
the murder of crows.
Yes, I know it is. It was so funny. As we're driving away, it's just like there's like 50, 75 crows like just cleaning up the whole campsite. And they probably do that like, okay, we got to be at B tomorrow. We'll be at site C.
They got one of them reading the schedule.
I know.
Okay. Site C is they're out. Oh no, they stayed an extra day.
Those are the guys with the With the white SUV? Oh,
Too
yeah.
slow, guys. They're staying an extra day.
You see them yesterday with the chicken? They had no idea what to do. It was everywhere. And they haven't cleaned it up. I've been watching them. That'll be the entree. Campsite C.
Raw chicken.
Well, if you're a crow.
Who knows if they're so smart? Maybe they cook it, Evan.
Maybe they do.
Maybe they cook it.
Hey, the embers are still hot on this campsite.
Yeah. Yeah, we took it easy. We went to my parents for the 4th of July. Same thing. Went on the 4th, came back on Sunday.
Yep.
We were worried wasn't the move, but it was the move, and I was happy for it.
Why were you worried it was not because it's going to be so hot?
No, leaving those particular days.
Mm.
Because it was originally going to be either leave on, the 4th was on a Friday, so either leave on Wednesday, don't touch Thursday, because traffic's going to be horrible.
Okay, that's where I'm saying, like, this is not the heat, the traffic is what you're worried. Yeah, that's
Heat's
true.
Fine.
It's going to be hot here.
My
It's going to be hot
parents is
there.
wild, but it's fine.
Yeah.
And but it was fine on the way there, fine on the way back. Kids had a great time. You know, I had it's not a dumb dad moment because I enjoy doing it, and it's funny when it happens.
Well, you can enjoy a dumb dad moment once in a while.
Well, it's not a dumb dad moment. It's like only a dumb dad moment in that my parent, like everybody, like will call me out for it because I'll play in the pool with everybody. Then my daughter, she does this every once in a while where she gets out early, and I'm like, huh, she's always the last one.
Yeah.
She's not only is she on the swim team, she's a fish, and just all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, okay. So I stay with everybody else, and then as everyone else is getting out, my daughter's like, I want to swim with you, and I'm always like, yeah, sure. Instead of like, no, you missed that window. Like, we're all going inside.
You kind of did that last time.
I did that last time, and it wasn't fun. She didn't enjoy it.
And then you were like, wait a second, what am I doing? Telling her to get out of the pool. She wants to swim. You can swim.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But this time I was like, I'll stay in with you.
Yeah.
And then we were both in there for another. Her and I have done this a bunch of times where we were both in there for like an hour after everybody else, maybe more. And then I still have to be like, it's time to go. And she's like, I want to stay. I'm like, I know, but.
Yeah, but your fingers look like raisins.
Yeah, we're dying here. It was funny, though. She gave me a little swim lesson, which was fun.
There you go.
I didn't do well, but I did fine. Have you seen the butterfly?
Yeah. That doesn't look like, that's like, the butterfly looks like freestyle. I get it. Doggy paddle makes sense. It's also like dogs literally do it. You can get it right. Breaststroke, I get it. Backstroke, something different. Butterfly is like, what if this was another one? Because it's like, it doesn't look smooth. It's like two strokes in one. You have this dolphin kick that is kind of fluid, but it's chaos up top.
It looks like you were tied up on a boat.
Uh-huh.
You got your hands kind of loose, but there's still rope attaching them, so
Sure.
you can't move them independently.
Yep.
And then you fell in the water, and you're like, well, I got to make it to shore. That's
right.
what butterfly looks like.
That's what it looks like. It just doesn't even look like a way that would be efficient in swimming at all.
Yeah.
It looks like it hurts.
It does hurt. Well, for me.
Yeah.
It was 111.
Uh-huh.
That was how hot it got.
Yeah.
Which was...
That's a pool temperature that you're saying.
No, luckily their nights are not bad.
That's what you're saying. It's the key move is to swim at night.
No. This, like, we're not quite there. My parents' house, they live in the Palm Springs area for the listeners who don't know. And it's funny because they like we're at the cusp of, as long as the nights get a little cool, then we're good, because then the next day the pool is awesome. No matter how hot it is outside, the pool's awesome. It's when it's like that doesn't get below 94 at night that the next day you go, this pool's unlivable. And then you start taking night swims.
Put some salt in here to cook us.
Yeah.
We're getting hot.
Have so many lobsters to apologize to. But it was fun. It was fun. Kids had fun. Did some sparklers. Nothing else.
That's what you need, man.
Just call
That's
it.
all you need.
Saw some fireworks in the sky. Couple too close that you're like, he's not supposed to be doing
He's
that.
nuts, but that looked more professional than it did. How fun is that?
Yeah.
Everyone's being safe.
I've never had the urge, just want to say that, to set off fireworks.
Have you ever had the experience of, like, whether it's your uncle or whoever, your dad, grandpa, whoever it is, either it's your house at the end of the driveway or something like that, you know, or where you're all kind of sitting around with blankets on and camping chairs in a semicircle, and it's kind of going off safely away from you. Have you ever done that before and had it like be really enjoyable and had it gone really well?
Not to my knowledge. I mean,
Yeah.
I've gone to like, growing up, I grew up in a small town, so you could go to those events. It's much bigger than your driveway, but it's like you still go to those events and like I don't know.
Like
I don't
you go
really
park and watch it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe it's because I just like I don't know. Fireworks to me are fine. The first one's like, that's cool, man. And then they keep going, you go, but I don't know, I get it.
I mean, I appreciate a good fireworks show. It seems to be sometimes sometimes can get a little oversaturated.
Sure.
Right. So if it was kind of reserved a little bit more rarely, but it's on TV, never, it's like you don't get it at all. I mean, you can't appreciate any of it. You can't appreciate any of it. But there was like this year when we were in Disney World and they did we were on like the boats that they took us out on and we watched like the fireworks show. That was like incredible. It's to music and everything. It was like, oh, this is stunning. That's great.
It was great. I will say, I was like, this is like 5 minutes.
It was like 5 minutes too long. But it was amazing. I mean, it was amazing. It was like the only critique was like, it didn't have to. Okay, this is like an SNL sketch. Like you could have. The out was a while ago.
Yeah,
It still would have been great. But I will say, like I remember, like my grandparents had this house on this little place called Whidbey Island up in the Washington area, and it was like on the beach, and like we could walk down on the beach, and like July 4th, they put like a big piece of plywood down right near the water.
Yeah.
And just like shoot them up in the air. We do like bottle rockets, and if you flare things, whatever. Everyone got to do sparklers on the beach and everything. Like that was awesome. I remember that as a kid. It was like awesome. However, like I think it depends on where you are clearly, but it's like it's like illegal in LA because it's like a tinderbox here, and if January wasn't a reminder of that, and yet it's still people like they're going off all over the place. It's like, what are we doing? I would just rather not like hold on to that experience. Great, that was yesterday. Can't do that anymore. There's certain things we probably shouldn't do anymore. Yeah, and if that should be one of them, but I get it because
the drone shows are cooler now. We have the drone shows. People aren't going to want to let go of them, but the drone shows are so much cooler than fireworks shows.
Whatever. Like you go down to the city. Maybe the city does it. Get out to where you can see the city's version of it or something like that. And then that's like,
sure. If you enjoy it,
anyway,
great. I don't care for them.
But be careful. You cannot emphasize that enough, and people are not. So. Yeah, they should be. I was advocating for you to be careful on 4th of July. We have like 350 days until 4th of July. Let's get to the Dumb Dad moments. My Dumb Dad moment is brought to you by shaking it till you make it. I don't know.
All the innuendos on this podcast.
Wait till I tell the story. When we camp, I'll say this. We'd love to bring things that are like either use it and it's done, great, we don't have to bring that home, or definitely any of our gear or whatever is like, how small can we make this and yet it's still usable and convenient and or comfortable, right? Like we used to do the air mattress thing, got sick and tired of waking up touching the floor and having to pump it up again the next night, or just how cumbersome it was if it's never going back in the box, like all that kind of stuff that comes with the air mattress. And I started to feel like, I don't know, we don't have to be sleeping in the dirt, but bringing an air mattress out here doesn't really feel like camping like I remember it feeling. And so we thought, let's try cots. So we did, and we love them. You never really get a good night's sleep because you're outside, blah, blah, blah. But we sleep pretty well on them, really, to be honest. And like they fold up into this nice little bag and everything. So we love that kind of stuff. Yeah. Another thing I will say, when in terms of in the kitchen and meals, I think it's Bisquick makes this. I'm sure you've seen it before because we've done it when we've camped together. It's like basically a container that has Bisquick in it, and then you like add a cup of water and shake it, and it's like pancake ready. You just pour it out, and now you got pancakes.
Oh yeah, my mom. Those have been around for years. My guy.
I'm sure they have. I just remember like the last few camping trips we've used them to paint the picture of like what it is. So we also went camping with a few people, and it was like, okay, we'll handle breakfasts, you guys handle lunches, you guys handle dinners, and we'll all kind of pitch in to help do it or whatever. But it's like in terms of bringing what you need to bring for food. So we brought like sausages and bacon and eggs. My wife is really smart. She tried this and just thought of it. She took like the 12 eggs and just cracked them and put them all into one big, huge mason jar and shut it. And then stuck that in the ice. And so it was like when it was time to do the eggs one morning, just shake that thing, same principle, and then pour it into the thing. And it's like you're just doing 12 scrambled eggs really quick. And it was like you're not worried about breaking the eggs in your cooler or whatever. I was like, that's pretty smart. So I'm in charge that morning of doing the pancakes, and I'm shaking this thing. And when you add liquid over the top of powder, it's hard to get the bottom powder wet. Mm-hmm. Just no matter what it is.
Hydrophobic.
Sure.
That's the term.
Is it really? And so
if you try it with if you take like a spoonful of like
it's like cinnamon or something, and you pour water over it, it'll just almost fall off.
Put it under the water even.
Yeah.
And lift it up. Don't stir it or anything, and it'll come up dry.
Yeah. So basically that was kind of happening to the bottom. So I was like holding it upside down and trying to shake it, and I'm trying to get it all involved. My wife is like, you really got to aggressively shake that stuff so it'll, get all of it out of there.
Yeah.
So now I'm standing there. I'm standing there for like 2 or 3 minutes doing this.
Yeah.
And then I'm standing there, and I got pancake batter all over my pants. I got it 6 feet to the right of me on the ground, 6 feet to the left of me on the ground. I got it all over the inside of our camping like kitchen holder thing, that we both have, the Camp Chef. It's
it's there fabric for everybody to know.
It's canvas fabric.
Yeah.
It's all over the inside of where the containers are, all over the zipper, and all over the stove I was about to cook it on. It exploded.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, were there any clumps though?
No clumps.
Good job.
Yeah, did a good job just coating everything.
Yeah.
I probably got rid of like 60% of it. We're here to make pancakes for people.
We'll handle breakfast. Next time you bring the wood, that seems safe. Don't start the fire. Just bring the wood. That's amazing. Did the top pop or did like the bottom break or?
The top came off. But it's like, I shut it tight.
Do you put hot water in there?
No, I don't know.
How did you pressurize it?
I don't know. I don't know if it was like maybe because I was doing it so much, and I don't know. I don't know why.
I was shaking it so fast.
No, I was thinking maybe I squeezed it and deformed the lid a little bit, like deformed where it's attached, and so it like popped off because of the pressure, and then just going back and forth as fast. I don't know what happened, but I screwed it on tight, and I was shaking it for like 5 minutes, and then finally it was like just boom,
man.
But it wasn't like it made it like a pop or anything. It was like because I didn't notice until it was like I was talking to somebody and doing it, and out of the corner of my eye, I see it. So I was like, dude, a good thing my son's only 10. If my son was 17 or 18, he would have taken a bunch of pictures of me, and I would have never, ever, ever lived it down because it was just, you know what it looked like.
Yeah.
It was insane. And it took, so we finally were like, the one kind of smart save maybe was this part that was all over the camping set, the cloth. I was like, it was in direct sunlight. And I was like, maybe if we're lucky, it just dries and cooks a tiny bit. And it kind of did. I was able to wipe it off all the metal stuff and everything. I went over to like the spigot the water spigot.
Yeah.
I just basically stood under that and hosed all my pants off and everything. It was like everywhere. And then I ate breakfast and I was like, I'm not even going to think about cleaning that up over there right now. And then ate my breakfast, like my 1.5 pancakes.
Oh, sure. You get breakfast.
I ate last. And then I go like, all right, I'm going to clean this thing up. And I like take everything out of it and I set it on the table and I take my knife and and it like starts to peel off. And I was like, oh, thank God. I thought I was going to be here. Like, yeah, you guys go down to the river. I'll be here for the rest of the day.
Pancake guy.
That was just like, oh, wow.
That's great that wasn't the last day, though.
Yeah, because it would have been like, Jerry, here's $20. First of all, you never brought us a rattlesnake, but we're going to be here till 1:30.
Or how smart are those grows?
Yeah. Would they know just to kind of
pick
it up? If I put some syrup on there for them and they maybe...
They take a note?
Would they know?
Can I send them a note via pigeon?
I was so bummed you didn't get to try a rattlesnake. I was really thinking like, man, he's gonna bring one. There's a bunch of campsites here. Somebody will see one.
How would you cook? You just cook it?
I think over the fire.
Okay.
Well, I remember seeing Bear Grylls or somebody do it, and it's like...
He also drinks his own pee, man. Like
I didn't want to do that. Head, tail, and then
you might have wanted to wash it down with something, and you're like, well, since we're already having snake.
A cold one.
Yeah.
You peel it. You peel it all off, and then that's it. They put it over the fire, like smoke it. I don't know.
Smoke it. What kind of wood chips do you use?
Well, you know what I mean, like 2 sticks and hanging in between.
Yeah. Slowly with a little crank.
Yeah, exactly. Rattlesnake's about done.
The snake's got X's on his eyes. I don't think we're doing this right. I don't think so.
Until next time.
My dumb dad moment is, I know what it's basically brought to you by, but it's brought to you by will you just learn? Will you just learn?
Will you just learn?
Because
And this is to me.
will you just learn? I'm going to chastise you here.
Here it comes. Bring it on.
So my wife has always had, ever since when she got pregnant with our oldest, I think when she was pregnant, she got a super sniffer. I know she got a superpower. Happens to some women.
Need you to elaborate.
So you have to get the superpower. Cool. You get the
super sniffer.
Super sniffer. You can smell better than anybody.
Her sense of smell has been superized. She got it. Okay, continue.
Super sniffer. That's the Latin term. Go to Webster's. So she always has like super nose. So whenever she's just like something smells off, it's so hard when like I don't really have allergies or anything, so I don't get stuffed up enough. I'm obviously don't have a cold. And so when she says she smells something, I try. God darn it, I try.
But yours sucks. Your smelling palate sucks.
Fine. I got a super hearer.
Oh, there's no way that's gonna last.
It's pretty good now.
Your hearing?
Mm-hmm. If I'm laying down in bed multiple times, I've heard the sink dripping, and my wife can confirm this, the sink dripping in the kitchen.
That's fine, but I just mean
like
you're gonna lose that.
Huh?
You're not gonna be like 88 being like everyone. Why is everyone here yelling?
Or I'll be 88 and I'm just tired of hearing everybody, but I can hear them all perfectly. But I just use the whole age thing to be like, don't talk to them, you can't hear. And I was like, this is great.
Good luck with that.
So anyway,
so what did she smell?
Well, we don't know. So she. So yesterday, she's on break from work. So yesterday she's like, I'm gonna take the kids for the day. You do some, and I had some writing and filming stuff to set up, and she was like, but can you take a look in something smells in the kitchen? She's like, I don't know if it's garbage disposal or whatever. And I was like, sure. And so I do some filming and stuff, some writing, and then I'm doing laundry, and then I'm like, I should get on that sink thing.
Gotta get on that scent.
I want to handle that before she comes back. And I come back and I'm sniffing all over. I'm getting nothing. But I'm like,
it smells like the laundry's going.
But I'm like, I was looking around, like the dishes are done. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing. We're just looking behind the sink. What's nothing? And I was like, okay, so I do like one of those little clean your garbage disposal hacks where I'm throwing like ice and water down there, and then like salt, and then ice, and then water, and then I even like threw borax in there, let it sit for a little while, ran that. I'm just running stuff, and I was like, all right, seems fine.
Why did she tell you to do it if you both know she has the super sniffer? Which is like asking the ball boy, hey, why don't you go in there and pitch? Like, it's not going to get any work done.
I'm looking around, buddy. So anyway, so she comes back, and now we're like getting dinner ready, and I usually go to a friend's house and I play this game on Monday nights, and then it was like one of these things where I was like, all right, I should go soon. And then I'm just like taking out the trash. Mm-hmm. That wasn't it. Take the trash and recycling, go to replace the bag, grab the bag, do that thing where like your brain has told you something's wrong.
Yeah.
But you just go a little farther before you address it.
Yeah, because you hope nothing's wrong.
Yeah. And I like grabbed the trash bag, walked to the barrel, which isn't far away, but it's a few steps. And I get there. As soon as I get there, I go, why is this wet?
Yeah, you're leaking. You are leaking.
And then I just like look under, and it's just like, what's leaking? I can see stuff's wet. So then I run the water, and then the garbage disposal is just coming out. It's just coming out of the bottom of the garbage disposal.
Yeah.
Which is cool. That's where the food goes.
Yeah, you don't think it was the borax you did to it, do you? Just
well, it was smelling before then. So I maybe made it worse. And thank God, every once in a while you Google something and you get the exact answer. Not that you would like, but you get the exact
got the
answer.
answer you didn't know you needed, but
You just get the answer.
yeah.
Because a lot of times they're like, could be a great many things.
Yeah. Or did you mean? Oh.
Could be a rattlesnake in your pipe. Save it for dinner. But it was like leaking at the bottom of your garbage disposal. It's dead. It's you throw it away. The seal's busted or something's rusted inside. Just gone. You can replace it.
Garbage disposals, I don't understand them.
So it's one of those things where I live with 2 children and a father-in-law with zero finesse. And
Well said.
any one of the 3 of them, no matter how many times I tell them, will, short of me taking a garbage bag and duct taping the side of the sink, well, really any of the sink closed, because they have those like 2 sinks. One's a garbage disposal and one, which I don't understand. I understand a garbage disposal more than I understand 2 sinks. Like, because I get you're soaking
2 drains.
It's just like, what do we do? Let's just all one here. Let's just have
Soap in one, wash, rinse in the other.
That's what bowls are for. You got a big bowl. Usually when you're cooking, put some soap and water in it. It doesn't make sense. I don't understand the need to fill up a whole sink. It's a waste of water. Anyway.
It's an old school way of doing it, Kevin.
Very old. Don't need 2 sinks. You got dishwashers now. Handles most of it. The rest, 1 sink. That's what it is.
Most of it.
Most of it. Yeah, like pots and pans. I wash my hand.
Oh, I see. I was going to say, it should be doing all the work in there.
It does it all. It's great. So it was one of those things where it's like, I should leave in like an hour-ish to meet up with my friends. But they're both dads. So they appreciated me going,
I got something.
Thumbs up.
I got something to handle.
I was like, I'll be running a bit behind garbage disposal. And they just laughed at it. They didn't even.
That's all you got to say, man.
Just laughs.
Nah, that's all you got to say.
And then I went to the hardware store, and God, you do, when you go to those big box stores, you do run into always just some idiot.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
You run into these. Every once in a while, you run into
somebody,
somebody
or somebody who's
you run into an employee that's just like, that says something that, like, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, you got me to where I needed to, but the way you said it was wild. Because I was like,
sure,
I saw all the garbage disposals. I took picture of my garbage disposal, and I was like, I don't know. I could try to figure it out. Oh, but here's an employee. And I was like, hey man, here's what I have. What do I need? And he's like, oh, you have a 0.5 horsepower. You need this one right here.
You need a 2 horsepower. You need to make little rocks. This thing will make little rocks.
I was like, oh, okay, great. So I grab it, and I was like, I asked him, do I need anything else? And he was like, no. I was like, I don't need like plumbers. I was like, I don't need plumber's putty. He's like, I guess you could put some around the ring. And I was like, all right. But I don't need anything else, like any other attachments. Like, this is the whole thing, the base, that it would be universal with the sink. And he's like, yeah, it'd be all universal. Oh, by the way, that one, it doesn't have power connected to it. So you'll have to get this pack right here, which is like a cord. And then he's like, and you'll just have to
you have to wire it,
solder the wires onto that. And I was like, what? I've never done that in my
Where's the one with with a power cord cable coming out of it?
That was all the other ones. And I was like, I just went, oh, okay. And I'm about to say, okay, well, I don't have anything to solder. Where are those? Like, lead on. And he goes, you could also just get this one. The power cord's attached. And if I'd gotten the first one he said, and the additional pack, not including having to get a soldering device.
Sure. Soldering iron.
Is it a soldering iron?
Yeah.
Those two would have been $10 more than the second one that he was like, or it's all in this thing. I was like, yeah, no, I'm going to go with that.
Why did we go so far backwards to get to the answer? Why did we do that?
And what you do is you say, here's your 2 options. This one has a power cord. This one doesn't. It was just so funny.
That's a great way to start.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'd rather. Interesting. I'd rather have the power cord. Why wouldn't that one have one? Well, you got to solder it. Oh, interesting. I'll still take the one with the power cord.
Do you still sell any of these? Why are you still selling any of these?
The only thing I could think of is maybe if you need.
Oh, you can hardwire it. You can hardwire them.
Yeah, you
to
can
not go
hardwire
into
it.
a plug that you can put them into a wall, and then a switch would just control it straight up, so you're not plugging it in. So I guess that's what it would be for.
Rather than a switch controlling a socket.
Yeah.
I see.
But I get home.
Yeah.
I get home, and luckily my dad, I called my dad because I knew he had recently, not too long ago, had done this. And I was like, any tips, anything I'm going to run into, any obvious mistakes I'm going to make. Blah,
How many
blah.
times have you been to the hardware store?
Yeah. And he was like,
once, you're going back.
Yeah. And
I can tell you that.
he had like one thing about like popping out an air hole vent. And I was like, all right, I'll keep an eye out for that. And then he was like, and take a look at, he's like, you could get a freebie. He's like, take a look at how it's mounted in your sink currently, and you might just be able to reattach this new one without
doing anything.
And I was like, huh. So I like got home, took them all out, read the instructions, and then I was like, all right, I'll try it. And it was like, perfect.
Fit
like
perfectly.
just slid right in. And I was like,
that's lucky.
Tighten the screws to like really press it, turn on the water. After I attached the tubes, the pipes. And then I ran the water. Everything was great. And I was like, all right. And I was like, look at the clock going, not too bad. Let's plug her in, see if she works. And then I look, and it won't plug in. And I'm going like, what's going on here? Why isn't this plugging? And then I look, and this is just like previous apartment, previous homeowner, landlord.
Yeah.
This somebody who doesn't care situations are always funny when you come across them, because it's like, not plugging out. I'm like, why is it plugging in? So I like get my flashlight closer, and the outlet is a 2-prong and not a 3-prong.
Oh.
And my garbage disposal is a 3-prong. So my first thought is like, how is the last one a 2-prong? That's insane, because they should have a grounder for these things. So I grabbed the old one and I hold it up, and they'd clearly just taken pliers and just ripped out the grounding thing so it would plug in.
And
they were
that's how it
installing.
was operating.
And I was like,
Oh my God.
all right, I guess that's fine. But then I was like, well, here's the thing. You
What was
guys
the
can
solve?
run the sink. You guys can run the sink. This is just garbage disposal can't work. So I just I fixed it this morning.
What was the solve?
Just got I got a whole new outlet and just replaced the outlet.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
They make adapters too, which we put in like our old place we were renting, because it was like every single outlet in the house was 2-prong, and it was like, what is happening? There's like little adapters you can put on
We were
there,
looking at those, but I was like,
yeah. But doing a whole
it
outlet,
needs a
just
3.
do it right.
Do it.
Yeah.
And
That's so funny.
and it was like, okay. So I found the smell.
So I found the smell, and you fixed the problem quickly.
Yeah. 2 days. It was a 2-day job, but I didn't.
Well, yeah, I understand what you mean, but you didn't
I
what?
didn't sweat too much.
Yeah, you know what's really funny is like and let me ask you, what did it set you back? Like $100, $150?
Less than that. The unit was like 125, and the outlet was like 10.
That's what I don't understand about garbage disposals. You talk to a plumber or anybody who's kind of like in charge of dealing with garbage disposal, whatever.
Yeah.
What do they tell you? Well, don't put anything down there.
Yeah.
Don't put anything down there.
Yeah.
Celery doesn't go down there. Artichokes don't go down there. Coffee grounds, don't put those down there.
Yep.
It's like, what is it for?
I guess it's for what's supposed to go down there.
Like, if you accidentally drop a tiny piece of cereal down there, that can be fine. But at the same time, it's like, it's $125. Like, it's not like, and listen, if you don't have $125, you don't have $125. But it's like the instruction. It's like a series says the tag on the mattress thing. Like, do not put anything down there for the garbage disposal to grind up. Do not put anything down there, or it'll get ruined. And it's like, okay. And then I have to go get a new one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah. And they pretty much plug right in.
Yeah.
It's and it could be $125. Like,
Yeah.
okay. Kind of seems like I could kind of just put whatever I want down there, and then maybe if it breaks, I'll learn my lesson and go buy one. I'm not understanding like the severity here.
It's very weird. I get it a little bit because you want to grind up what you can so that you're not throwing stuff down your pipes. But it is, a little bit.
It's
Like,
just
I keep a metal mesh tray always over the garbage disposal.
Yeah.
Whatever catches, I throw in my compost bin, and whatever goes down there is fine.
It's fine. I know. It's just so funny. Like,
but that's what we did. That's how I did it. But we survived.
I'll tell you a funny story about there's a little insight to my youth about soldering. The only reason I know about that at all is I used to drive a 1995 Volkswagen Golf. Loved that car so much.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time that I drove it, my buddy in like 2000 or something and got like a brand new GTI. And it was like, oh man, this thing is so cool. And on the interior of the car, all of the buttons, like, AC, like all those like interior buttons were red. Like the light was glowing red at night. And I was like, that looks so cool. Basically, from growing up, all I remember is like, it was always like that bright green, like every car, and all of a sudden this was red. And I was like, that looks so awesome. And so I like pulled off like, whatever the AC tab, like disconnected it and like looked in there and there's like a tiny little bulb. And I was like, huh. It had like two little prongs coming off of it. So I went to Radio Shack, RIP. Mm-hmm. And I told the guy, I was like, hey, what is this? And he's like, oh, that's called an LED. And I was like, oh, do you guys sell those? He's like, oh yeah, we got drawers of them. And I was like, well, how much are they? He's like, they're like 10 cents a piece. And I was like, do you have red? He's like, yeah. And I was like, I'll take like 100 red ones. And he's like, okay. So, or however many I decided I needed. So I like brought him home and I like slowly but sure. And I was like, how do you attach? He's like, oh, you probably have to solder. I was like, how is that attached? He's like, oh, it's soldered on there. And I was like, what is that? And he's like, you take like a little soldering iron, like a needle point soldering iron, you get it warm, it'll come off. And you just get it, put some solder on there and get it warm and you stick it back on there. It cools like almost instantly. And I was like, okay. So I took like all the knobs of my car off and like spent all this time in my room, like slowly but surely, like disconnecting the one and like reconnecting the one. And then I would go back down to my car and plug it in, like turn it on. And if it worked, I was like, okay, good connection. And I like slowly but surely did it to all the little knobs in my car.
Oh my God.
It took forever, but it was like, I don't know. It's my car. I could, it's like, I didn't really care. So like I slowly but surely did it. And eventually I was like, this looks awesome.
That's rad.
And like no one else had that, But that's how I learned like how to solder something or whatever. It was just like, and then years later you read like it's can be really poisonous depending on the solder. You really should be wearing a mask and in a ventilated area. I was in my room over my desk.
Breathing hard.
And so we'll see about that later in life. But that was one of those things I was like really proud of as younger, like picking something apart, trying to figure out how it works and putting it back together again. Yeah. And it actually worked. And I was like, that was the first time that I really took on somewhat of a big project like that. Like, this is fun. I like doing this kind of stuff.
That's rad. I almost got to do it.
Almost had to do it. I mean, it's really not that hard, but of course the juxtaposition of it, like this one also just already has it on there.
And it's
like,
$10 cheaper.
Man.
Thank you for this, sir.
And it's $10 cheaper is the kicker.
Well, that's where we'll leave it for today, folks. You guys can email us your dumb parent moments, dumbdadpod@gmail.com, or you can DM us. We're at the Dumb Dads on Instagram.
Yep.
Thanks at Verdú on SoundCloud for the music of this podcast. And as always, to my lovely wife, Andy, for editing this. Evan, you got a joke to take us out?
I got one for you. Ready?
Yep.
What do you call a really excellent day upon the mountain?
A really excellent day upon the mountain. I don't know.
Yeah, peak experience.
On top of the mountain.
Yeah, because it's like the most fun. It's like you consider like the most fun you can have.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye. Welcome to the world, little one. Welcome to life.
How do I stop this?